The lotus of light and there is only one. There is only one. Yes, there is only one God. There is only one. Yes, there is only one. There is only one. Yes, there is only one light. There is only one. Yes, there is only one. There is only one. Yes, there is only one light. There is only one. Yes, there is only one. Diamond in the lotus, the lotus of light and dark, individuality. Our Father, Mother, God, our one parent of us all, the one in whom we all live, move, and have our being in the Christ. We come to Thee, dear Lord, with an open heart and quiet mind, in supplication to Thy will. We ask in the Christ's name that there is peace here in earth as it is in heaven. And that may all who are suffering from hunger, from death and disease, from thirst, all who are suffering from fear and doubt, may their souls be at peace. Cast out, cast out, cast out all death, disease, and suffering. And may the human heart and soul be filled with Thy goodwill, Thy love, Thy light, and Thy word, Thy truth, Thy charity and wisdom. May all Thy way shores carve out a path so that we, as a human race, may walk this path to enlightenment and self-realization. Let there be peace and prosperity for all, good health and joy. And we pray for good health for Tamo Lee, Bob Sonderman, Daniel Bartels, and all whose heart are reaching out to thee for healing and thy grace. We thank thee, dear Lord, and we praise thee. And we live in the full knowledge and presence that this prayer is already answered. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thou art the all-powerful, one God, one without a second. Amen,
Amen
and
and
amen. Om,
Om
Tat Sat Om. Blessings and welcome. I'm Reverend Tara, and we're here at the Spirit of the Lotus in Santa Clara, California. And today is Billet Reading Sunday, so it's the first Sunday of the month, and it's November 1st, 2015. And before we begin the Billet readings, we'd just like to have a few announcements. One is that the center in Belen, New Mexico, is officially open, and so it's a small but mighty center. It's beautiful. And so there are two centers in New Mexico, one in Albuquerque and one in Belen. And so what, to my understanding, what Reverend Daniel and Reverend Lotus will be doing is switching off the, is that right? They will alternate going to each center.
Yeah, but both centers are open.
That's right. Both centers are open, but as ministers, they will be switching off. One will be going to the Albuquerque, the other will be going to Belen, and then switching the following Sunday. So, other announcements, we did a blessing and dedication of our land in New Mexico, and it was so powerful that Mona, who isn't here today, had visions on the land, and we know it is good, as Mona saw. One of the Native American, ancient Native American Indians, they told her that it is good and it is done. And we also had a dedication ceremony for the new center in Belen. We had couple classes that were, did all of you get to see the classes or attend the classes? Oh, okay. They were quite well attended. How many were viewing by Ustream?
6 to 11.
6 to 11 people were viewing on Ustream, and we had about 7 people attend in the class. So it was quite an exciting trip. Another announcement is that our next retreat, we're getting ready for it quite early because it's really powerful. I mean, there's a lot to do. It will be on reincarnation and karma and clearing and balancing karma, and we did a little of that at the last retreat, clearing certain self-limiting blocks, and we will continue to do more of that, but more dealing with karma and reincarnation and the connection, why we chose to be born at this time, which we covered a little during at the in New Mexico in our last trip, the last class that some of you got to attend. And the retreat, we haven't secured a place yet, but it will be near Jackson Hole, Wyoming, near the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone. So the last couple days we will be visiting, hopefully there's time to visit both the Grand Teton National Park as well as Yellowstone National Park. And at this time, we don't know the cost, but as you, Jackson Hole, I had to laugh. Some places to rent that would house 10 people were $19,000 to $20,000, and it was quite expensive. So we won't, and some were about 6 to 9, 10,000 on the low end. So we will probably be going outside of Jackson Hole to find a place big enough to house everyone. And our Indiegogo campaign is starting to ramp up, and I will have Reverend Joseph talk more about it. We need to put it out there. So just to let you know what's going on with the Indiegogo campaign to raise funds for the road in by our land. Reverend Joseph.
Good morning, everybody. There's not much additional to add to what Tara said about the Indiegogo campaign, but essentially that's a crowdsource funding mechanism, which some people may be familiar with. And what we need is a road out to the retreat land in New Mexico, and it's going to be a cost of about $60,000. And that cost encompasses both surveying the actual road and then grading the road. And that will provide about 4 miles of road. So it'll be much easier access. And the reason that we need the road is construction vehicles cannot get out to the land currently because of the fact there is no road. And they won't come out there. So in order to get the retreat center built, we need to have the road built. And so keep your eyes and ears open for the Indiegogo campaign, the start of it. It should be in a couple of weeks. We'll give you the links that you can find so you can go to the campaign and then contribute whatever you can contribute towards the road. And then once we get the road constructed, then we can start on construction of the actual center.
Thank you. All right. Before we start the billet reading, we would like to share with you that some of you may be experiencing some difficulty at this time, and especially emotionally. And it's all good. It's all in preparation. It's preparing you. There is a parable that some of you may be familiar with that Jesus told the people about a large, huge vineyard. And the vineyard was beautiful looking. The leaves were huge, and vines were, all over strong. And yet it produced very little grapes, and mostly sour grapes. So that's where the term sour grapes comes from. And what happened was, one day, the owner of the vineyard came and started to cut away these beautiful branches and all the leaves so that the sun could get to the vines. And he pruned it so there was not a leaf left, and many of the vines were cut so short that there was barely a stubble left. And the people of the village came running and saying, "What are you doing? You ruined this vineyard. It used to be so beautiful." And the owner of the vineyard said, "Come back during harvest season, and you will see that a great vineyard. You will see quite a difference." And the people went away, but they did not believe the owner of the vineyard. But they did come back. And lo and behold, vines were strong with great leaves, and grapes were so heavy that they were pulling the branches down to the ground. And the grapes were so sweet. And the people started yelling and screaming. They were so excited. And they started to harvest the grapes. They harvested the grapes and made grape wine, and there was so much bounty for everyone. So some of you may be experiencing the pruning. We all know we should not be fooled by appearances. Just because something looks so beautiful doesn't mean it produces great fruit. And the light needs to get in. We have to be open to the light for us to produce great fruit. Great fruit. So, the light right now upon this planet is pouring. And it's up to us to allow it to come in, to allow the pruner to come and take away all those leaves and branches that block out the sunlight. So what appears to be difficult times, what appears to be a heavy burden right now, the great master is coming. Master Pruner is helping each and every one of us to let go of our burden, to let go of all that is blocking the light. What are some of these things that are blocking the light? Fear. We fear because as children we may have been programmed, that you need to work hard. You need to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a scientist, or a great businessman to be successful. But our heart and our soul just wants to be with God, or just wants a quiet and peaceful life, doing what we love to do, something creative. So by not doing what we love to do, that blocks out the light. Love is the greatest magnet for more love. We may have been programmed that we're not good enough. Or we may have been programmed from generations past that my father, my grandfather, or my father's, my every generation, they've all been blue-collar workers and laborers, so that's what I need to be. Program that you have to work hard for your money. Program that, you have to look thin and svelte and beautiful to attract prosperity and a good, a wealthy maid or whatever. Programmed with all these false idols that we have to be something that we're not or don't want to be successful, to be happy, to live in peace. So week after week we have a meditation and we do a clearing. But just because we do this clearing week after week doesn't mean that it's going to stay. You need to change your way of thinking. You need to change your mind and truly accept the power, the light that's within you. Truly accept and believe that you're deserving and a child of God, deserving of all good things. And that we're all equal, have equal opportunities. It's our mind that doesn't think that we are equal. Our emotions that prove it. So week after week, when we do the processes of letting go, it's important that you maintain that energy through your practices, by keep practicing it. When you start catching yourself thinking, I can't be rich, because spiritual people aren't supposed to be rich. I can't be, a dancer, because I was never trained as a dancer. Or anything. Stop right in the presence of God and say, no. Just because you weren't trained as a dancer doesn't mean you can't dance. And go out and dance around the house. Sing, So it takes practice. So all, week after week, keep practicing. And what is the cliche of practice makes perfect? Then you start believing, I can. All right, let's start the billet reading. All right, right now, the emotional body is, there's a lot that's being processing that's for a long time. And um, it's not easy. In the heart, you feel like someone has betrayed you. You may not be aware of this, but for you to, and you're a very trusting, loving, and giving individual. And there's so much beauty within you, but you have difficulty trusting and truly believing that you deserve, a wonderful life. So what is the first step? The first step is not taking on people's stuff. Feel like you have to be the one taking on all their problems. They will be stronger if you allow them to, just be and experience. And so that's the first step of the pruning, of letting go, of pruning the branches. And get plenty of rest. Take care of your health. Your something to do with health this year. Take care of your health. Take your vitamins and get what doctors all recommend. Exercise, fresh air. You need fresh, good air. And time to meditate or just go within to be at peace. But first step, don't try and solve everything around you or, take on everybody's problems. Just let go. And the emotions and that trust, because some kind of betrayal will start growing too once you learn how not to feel like you have to control everything around you. Just the trust and letting go. Audrey, with a happy face. I hope this makes sense to you. Does it make sense? Okay, thank you. You're welcome. It's usually the ones with beautiful hearts and get injured. Wow. As soon as I picked up this billet, the breathing kind of was like being suffocated. So, um, you know, gosh, beautiful soul, but feeling just like claustrophobic or suffocated. And this is symbolic. It's not that you are being suffocated or anything like that, but um, you were wondering, is this all there is to life? Years ago, and is this what my life is? Something like that. So what is planned for you, or what you have planned before you were born, you need to start trusting. You need to start taking action. Somehow it's just like your feet or your legs aren't moving. And this is not physically. You might be, who knows, a runner or something, but you're just not moving your legs. You're not moving your, your feet. We see some, you need to start taking action, and believing this, believing. Then you'll see that your life will take a different turn. Great soul, lots of things to do in this lifetime, to help humanity and all of this. But there might be some stuff going on that's preventing you from taking action. So give yourself time too, but it's important you do take action. Green. Something about you need to start taking action in something. Trust, believe, let go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe with your career. That's what I was getting. You're not taking action somewhere there. Great things to do. Okay, you need to laugh more. Really laugh. I mean, not just outward, but inside. Um, something to do with sense of humor. You have a wonderful sense of humor. So share this joy, share the humor, share the joy. Um, uh, you too, with health. Take care, get sleep, exercise, eat well, and sleep is important. But don't take yourself too seriously and take life too seriously. Ah, this is Diane. Okay, Diane. Thank you too. I thank you too. So, really laugh. Okay, spread the joy that you are. There's some confusion. You're confused about something. And okay, this is very common. Now, you're confused because this is the way a spiritual person is supposed to be. This is the way a spiritual, what my spiritual life or what I'm supposed to do, da 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 da. But there's something in you, your heart, your soul says, why can't I be this? Why can't I do that? There's some conflict going on within you. And know that this is not rare. This is very common with the path that you have chosen. But what your guides are saying, you need to make a choice. You need to take a stand in who you are and what you believe in. and you need to decide, make a decision, and what you truly believe in and what path you are truly to take. Um, Whatever you decide, there's lots of support, but the decision is not that you have to leave something, or it's to decide who you really are. Um, not what someone else dictates to you that you have to be, or and when we say someone else, parents, generations past, some teachers and this we see from way back, which influenced you. So just appreciate who you are, and really know and make that choice. Subconscious cleansing. Daniel. Okay. Some people think their path is a certain thing, and this is what I have to be like to be a spiritual person. There were many different personalities. Did you know Saint Joseph, father of Jesus, he did not, he had a bad temper. He got angry a lot. But, never abusive, of course. He was kind and gentle soul. But he also could get angry, they say. And, while he was in this human body, he was human, but with a beautiful aura and soul. Not every great saint walks around. All of you, that reminds me, all of you, this new millennium, or whatever, new age, whatever you want to call it, are priests and priestess. You represent God. You don't have to wear a robe, or you don't have to wear a stole. You don't have to dress a certain way. You be who you are, and trust in God, and trust that you don't have to do certain rituals, or a church, and so on and so forth. Rituals, as we know, is for man. It's not for God. God has everything. First thing that came is you need rest. Take care of your health. Watch your diet. You need to really watch your diet. And, but what a beautiful soul you are. What a beautiful heart you are. And there's some powerful guilt going on, though. And it's a hidden guilt. You may not be realizing what's going on, but there is this thing that about being a parent, something about being a parent, not being a good parent, or not being there when I needed to be there. And it's on a subconscious level. You might not realize, but hey, everything is with purpose. Everything is what you needed to do, and you need to let go of this guilt and let go and realize that you're the best that you can be, and don't try and be what everybody expects you to be, or try to, or you know what I mean. This is for everyone. And so this is what is affecting the health area, the physical and emotional bodies. And okay, let's see, Jim. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, we see you running. Uh, Stop running. You're running around too much. You're running. And so stop running and relax. You realize that you can do what you do your best in, but there's a time to let go, a time to just trust that it will be taken care of. You did your part, so now is the time to trust and let go and let God. And trust, and God is everything. So in all, as all, and that someone else can do it, or someone else can, uh, help you. Something like that. So we see you running. Slow down, just like the song, slow down, you move too fast, and just take a breath, and so much is coming your way. Lots of prosperity will be coming your way, but it's not going to be what you expect. That's what they say. Getting the ball rolling. Love, Lotus. Okay, so the ball is rolling. The ball is definitely rolling. Slow down. All right. Something about a business. Your guides are leading you to creating your own business. There's a high intelligence, inventive, some kind of invention. But this is like 3 years down the road. But it is all there. It's all right there. Some invention or something that you'll be creating. But your happiness and fortune or whatever is not so much as working for someone, but is in creating your own business, is in creating your own opportunity. And of course, it's never your own. There's always help there for you, and realize and believe that you have help. So it's not looking out there, it's looking within and seeing what is uh, what is it that you have that nobody else has, and start being creative with that. Oh, okay, this is Dante. The hands. See, creative energy. That's Dante. Very beautiful. Okay. I think there's more, huh? okay, what we're seeing is like you're looking for a way out. You're caught somewhere, just like in a forest, and you're looking for a way out. Um, look, the answer is not, all around where you're looking for the way, whatever you want to get out of. Practice the gratefulness exercise every day, every morning, before you even open your eyes. And this is for everybody, for what you have, and this gratefulness. And I see within a couple years, your life will change dramatically. And but it's through this trust and this belief that you have the talent, you have the awareness, you have all what it takes to find your way out of the forest. But it will take like a couple years. It will take some patience, and you have all what it takes, just like everyone else's ability. You have what it takes to to have this beautiful dream life that you dream about. And so keep up the visualization, keep up the work, keep up your practices, and and your guides are saying, don't worry, be happy. And that's why I'm laughing, because there's joy. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah. Rainbow light. Ah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. We have a few minutes, so let's get ready for deep level meditation. Relax and go deeply within. Deep within the inner seeing. Deep within the inner being. And with full will and imagination, visualization, visualize the colors of the rainbow bridge. Red crystal firelight, red crystal firelight, red crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, yellow crystal firelight, yellow crystal firelight. fire light, yellow crystal, fire light. Pay close attention as we guide you from the lower realities to the higher realities, from the darkness into light, from the untruth to the truth. Green crystal fire light, green crystal fire light, green crystal fire light, blue crystal fire light, sky blue crystal fire light, blue crystal fire light, indigo crystal fire light, indigo crystal fire light, indigo crystal fire light, violet crystal fire light, violet crystal fire light, violet crystal fire light. Now into golden ray of light. Expand and expand into a clear white light. And in this clear white light, call in Archangel Raphael. Ask Archangel Raphael to be here now. And feel his beautiful emerald green light with a touch of gold, embracing you, enveloping you. Surrender. Surrender to its healing grace, to its healing power. Dissolving all poor self-image, all death, disease, and suffering. Dissolving all fear, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of the darkness, fear of the unknown, fear of death, fear of loss. And this beautiful green, emerald green light light and gold. It's healing. Bringing great wealth and prosperity to every pore of our being. Give yourself permission to accept the beauty and the grace of Archangel Raphael's green, emerald green light, its healing power. If there are changes that you need to make in your life, feel the courage, the belief, the faith, impregnating every cell of our being. And visualize all the heavenly hosts, your angelic guides, your friends and family supporting you in making these changes, supporting you in your decision, in your vision. A year from today, full of joy, support, support of your dream, of this beautiful vision, full of health, full of light, prosperity, full of wisdom and grace, loving kindness and charity. I am. Now see a crystalline river flowing from infinity, flowing into the center of our being. And see a twin river flowing from the throne of God, revealing our all possibility. See these two rivers flowing into one, Now we are shining as 10,000 times, 10,000 suns. Clear crystal firelight. Bring this energy back, 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 up through the soles of our feet, down through the center of our crown, in through the palms of our hands, whirling at the threefold flame of our heart, breathing new life, new light, new energy into every cell of our being. And when we're all the way into the body, rub the palms together and cup them gently over the eyes. We may do this now. Blessings and thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, when anything comes up within you that is negative, that says you can't, or who are you kidding, or that brings you down, null it, void it, you no longer need it. Cast it out, delete it, clear it from all time, dimension, space, and reality. Do that practice. Do the ho'oponopono, that forgiveness exercise that we gave you. We gave you many tools so that, to help us raise our vibration, to let the light in, the love, the word of God. God bless you and thank you.